Okay. I am with a very special guest, one of our clients. We have Joanna over here, all the way from Ireland. Welcome to the DTA interview, Joe.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, so would you like to tell the rest of the community and everyone watching, like, tell us about you and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, you all know me as Joe, or Joanna. Actually, my name is Joanna Marie. I am, yeah, originally from Philippines, and I moved here to Ireland 8 years ago, to work as a nurse. So I actually hold an Irish passport. So technically, I'm Irish now, but I'm very much Filipino at heart. I work as an anesthetic slash recovery room nurse in an orthopedic hospital here in Dublin. So I came here on my own. I don't have my own family yet. Still single. My family is they're all back in the Philippines, except I have a sister in Canada. She and her family lives in Quebec. I know there's
Hmm.
few of you in Quebec. I visited Quebec twice. I think 2 years ago that was. Um, so yeah, basically that's me, nurse in Ireland,
Nelson
originally.
Island. Yes, I remember when you first messaged me wanting to join, you were like, I can only work out twice a week. I'm a nurse. And I thought, like, we have so many nurses in our program and they all say the same thing, like juggling shift work. How long have you been in the DTA and how did you find us?
I've been here with you guys since September of last year. I think that's the time I signed up. So that's like not, how many months now? Nine
Uh,
months?
yeah, about 9 months. Yeah.
And I learned about DTA through Instagram. I don't have Facebook. I only go by Instagram. So I was while I was checking on some reels, I came across your reel where you're trying to correct Coach Joe's form in her videos. So I got interested. It's just the way you corrected her. I know there's a bit of comedy exaggeration there, but I think when I found your reel, I felt like I need some correction too because I felt like I was doing well in the gym, but I'm not seeing much result. I stopped seeing results. So I was like, maybe I need to be corrected.
Mm,
And yeah, that's
yeah.
what.
Yeah. So when we first started doing the videos, Joe, a lot of people thought like my girlfriend was a newbie. And over time they started realizing, wait, she knows what she's talking about. And I'm glad you saw through the humor and knew that we could help you. So what were your fitness goals coming into the program and how has that changed since your initial goal?
Yeah, to be honest, of course I want to be lean. I want to lose body fats. At the same time, I was scared to look too bulky. If I'm gonna be honest, going back that time, because you know how people are, and especially when I get to talk to my friends or my family, and they would give comments about ladies who look bulky, and it's not always a positive thing. And they know I'm going to the gym, and they would be like, "Oh, don't I think your body is good enough. That's okay. You can maintain it the way it is." So I was like, at the back of my head, I felt like I want to lose body fats, but at the same time, I don't want to build up too muscles. A little bit of muscles is okay, just as long as I still look feminine.
Mm.
Um, but then when I started with ETA and I saw how my body changed, and I saw how good it felt when you're building muscles. It's changing now. It's not that I don't want to be like really, really big and bulky, but I'm not scared of muscles anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very common. A lot of women that don't want to lose weight, they want to go the other way. Whereas I want to put a muscle, but not too much. Not like I don't look like a man, you know. So for you to embrace that, the beautiful side of getting stronger, it's really cool to see. Okay.
Yeah.
Were you following any diets or programs before coming here? And if you did, what have you tried?
I was is intermittent fasting a kind of diet. I was doing it for a long time because I was really big before, like 7 years. when I came here to Ireland, I just, I don't know, because I came here on my own. I don't have my family here, and my comfort food would always be chocolates. I love chocolates. I love cakes. I love pastries, and it's quite cheap here in Europe, and make probably definitely the same where you are at. It's just in the Philippines, it's quite a luxury to have chocolates all the time. But here it's so cheap that I would sit down and just eat all the sweets that I want. So I actually gained weight, and if I can show you how I look like before, that's me there.
Oh, wow. How much were you weighing there?
I think I was like about 62. For my height, that's quite heavy.
62 kilograms. What do you weigh now?
50.
Wow, 12 kilograms. So you dropped all the chocolate bars and now you've lost 12 kilograms. Congratulations.
So before I met DTA, I was like really working on my weight. I did intermittent fasting. It did help me lose weight. However, I think it messed up with my metabolism, my sleep as well, and also it's not for everyone. It did me really good, but there are some things that my diet right now, um, let's just say that the 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 plan that I have that we're working on is a lot better than the intermittent fasting because I've felt the difference. I feel more healthy, and I feel more energetic. That makes
Mm.
sense.
Okay, well, let's touch on that. So you mentioned the plan that we've given you now, especially with the macros that you have. You feel like you have more energy on this plan as opposed to the intermittent fasting before. Why do you think that's the case?
I think because imagine I work not just because I'm a nurse, like me probably for everyone, but I will fast for 16 hours. Um, go to the gym in a fasted state, which is I'm capable of doing it. I go to work in a fasted state, and I don't have I have energy, but it runs out so quickly. And then on that time that I can eat, on the window of hours that I can eat, I don't know if it's a well balanced diet. I try to eat healthy, but I would have cravings. I would again reach out that piece of chocolate, especially at work. There will be like some patients giving chocolates as a gift, or people bringing their own thing, like cakes or whatever. And I would be like excited to go to that food, and I would just eat it. And then all of a sudden, I would have like a sugar crush. And then I'm tired. And then I want again another piece of bread, another piece of that chocolate. So it's like a roller coaster thing, and it kind of messed up my hormones as well. I always have irregular menstruation with my period. My sleep is not that great. So I don't know. There's could be a lot of factors there. It's not just about the intermittent fasting, but maybe my body didn't want that anymore, and I felt that.
Interesting. And what about now? Like, how are you feeling in your body now with the food freedom? Like, knowing that you can eat what you want as long as like you hit certain parameters with your protein, your carbs, and your fats. Like, how does it feel with you now?
Well, at first, to be honest, I felt like Um, well, I wasn't on caloric deficit to start with. I was like, I think you gave me 1,900 calories. And sometimes it felt like I'm eating a lot.
Yeah.
So, when I started, it was like, oh, I only have to eat these certain foods, and I cannot like do what I used to do or eat what I used to have because of this certain amount of calories. But yeah, I've learned that I can actually structure my meals, and I'm really enjoying it now because I'm eating more healthy foods, well balanced. There's um, balance of carbs, protein, and fats, which did great with my body. My I can say my gut is better now. it has improved my mood, it has improved my stamina. Even my colleagues are saying, my goodness, Joanna, where are you getting that energy from? Would you just stop? Because they know me as like being so energetic, and then when I'm off, they know I go for hiking, I go for the walk, I do a lot of things. And they're just amazed with that amount of energy that I have. And I know the difference, because before I'm easily like, I just want to, if there's a chance to rest, I will rest. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm very moody. So yeah, I can say that it has improved my overall being.
Wow, that's amazing. And a few weeks ago, something happened, and you're in our community, and you're in Next Level Coaching, which is our more premium program. And you sent a message in there, and you said something like, "Guys, I just went to the gym. Something happened there," and basically, you were unfortunately a victim of like some gym bullying. So, can you tell us like what happened that day, and like how did you deal with it?
Yeah, so a guy from the same country, I think he's also from Philippines, who is a regular at the gym, because I would always see him. He came up to me and commented on the weight of the dumbbell that I was lifting that time. I think I was doing the sumo pile squat. It's not part of my program now for my glutes, but it was part then, and I was doing that. He saw me. I think I was carrying a 35 kilogram dumbbell, which is, to be honest, and I'm not saying this to be arrogant about it, but it's not really. It wasn't a struggle for me, because I can sumo dead squat a weight of maybe 70 kilograms or a bit more than that for the sumo dead squat. And I can hip thrust, you all know how much. So for me, 35 kilograms is just easy peasy. So he went to me, and I thought he was concerned about my back, that I'm going to hurt my back. He's telling me to stop lifting heavy weights. But then his comments were more of concerns about my looks, that the weight I'm lifting will make my legs look bulky. And he even told me that I will look like a boxer. Um, and that with my height and physique, having thick legs will not make me look pretty or beautiful. And I wanted to show him my before and after photos, actually, because my legs became leaner, not because I've been lifting light weights, to be honest. And so I just ignored him and told him, thank you for the advice. But then he went over to me again while I was doing the seated hamstring curl. I was using that machine, and he really triggered me when he came back to me, and he was like, "Oh, remember what I told you? Stop lifting heavy weights. Mind your legs. Don't look too thick on your legs." And I was like, you know what? Um, I have an online coach, and he's very good. I know what I'm doing. This is part of the program, and I'm okay. Please leave me alone. So he did, but he was like still smiling at me and like, remember? Like, I was like, I really wanted to hip thrust his waist. But yeah, I was quite shocked that he came to me. We were not friends or anything. I just,
Hmm.
yeah, it was,
Now
it,
you now looking back in hindsight, you have a lesson. But during it happening, it did bother you a little bit. So for those that don't know what the DTA community is all about, like I'm always like telling everyone, man, we are so supportive, encouraging, not me per se. Like I'm your coach, I'll tell you what you need to hear, but like the people in the community, they're so encouraging. So can you share like a bit of a glimpse of like what did you share with the community, and like how was the community able to like support and encourage you during this like difficult moment?
yeah, I went to our chat group and shared my story, because I really felt, well, if I'm gonna be honest, I felt bad. I know that I shouldn't listen to him, but as a girl being told by someone that you wouldn't look accepted, or you wouldn't look beautiful if you become this person. It's well, it hurt me a little bit, because I've been working hard, and I know I'm becoming strong, and I'm in the middle of enjoying the whole thing, and then someone will just, it's a very unsolicited advice. I didn't need that time. So I went to the DTA family and I shared my story, because I know that some of the ladies or some of your clients have probably experienced the same thing, because we all want to be strong in the gym. And I just want to share the story so that I can like hear what other people have experienced, and how they overcome that struggle, and how they have dealt with that scenario. And I really felt happy and blessed that a lot of you guys have supported me. I felt so loved, and I felt like I'm on the right track. I'm really on the right track. And there will be a lot of naysayers, really. Even my mom, she would tell me, "You're becoming too muscular. You should stop what you're doing. What are you going to join a bodybuilding contest? Why are you doing what you're doing?" There will be a lot of naysayers around me, but the most important thing is that it's it, I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me, and I'm doing it for me because I feel good. I feel better. I feel great. I've never felt this great before, as a person, physically, emotionally, mentally. So why would I stop just because I'm gaining muscles? That's the goal. And hearing the support from a lot of the girls, a lot of people in the chat who have given me the support, and even you, Coach Pat, posting in Instagram, that really boosted my confidence in what I'm doing.
Yes, very powerful. Thank you so much for sharing. I know a lot of people that are listening to this may have a form of not just gym bullying, but like just body shaming in their social circle, family. I know growing up, like I experienced a bit of bullying in school as well. And when you first get it for the first time, it's kind of overwhelming, but it's like a new emotion of like you're confused and you're trying to ask for help. I didn't have a community at the time, so I just played video games for 2 years and pretended it wasn't real. But like that was me coping. Whereas like you have a community where you could just share and like have everyone just be like, no, that's okay. Like we got you, we got your back. So I'm glad that you got that. And now, what would you say, because you've achieved so much, like what would you say are some of your most proudest achievements in your fitness journey thus far? And how has it changed your life?
Um, I think what I can say is that we what I can share really is it's life is so hard. Like we won't always feel motivated. As for me, I know when we do our check-ins, there's a question like how motivated you are with the workouts and all. And I would always, if you remember, I would always have like high motivation. And I really am motivated, but of course we're just human beings, and it's not every day that we're having good days in the gym or other areas in life. And we don't need to get motivated. For me, I just have a strong inspiration which drives my discipline. And I can really tell that I'm very disciplined person. If I've committed to a certain thing, I'll make sure that I'll do it. Like when I joined here in DTA, I have that mindset that I know things will get harder. I have to lift heavier load. I have to do things that I used to not do before, especially tracking my foods. I hate doing that, but now I'm loving it. Um, there are things that we have to face that will take us out of our comfort zone. So I was ready. I wanted it. And it's because of my inspiration that I think our life in itself in general is such a blessing. The moment we wake up, it's a blessing. Like we wake up and we're healthy, we have the complete parts of our body. Isn't that amazing? Because not everyone gets the chance to wake up and walk the way we walk, go to the gym, have the luxury to buy all these healthy foods in the shop. So, what is limiting us not to do what we're doing? We can even do more. So, that's my inspiration that I feel like this life is a blessing itself, and it's up to me how I can deal with this life and make it even better, elevate it, because fitness elevated me. It will never consume me, but it has elevated my life. So that
Mm.
is my inspiration.
That's powerful. A lot of the people that enroll to the program, I always say, what does the best version of you look like? And they don't even know. And I'm like sitting with you today with everyone in here. We can hear the best version of you just talk. Like you talk with so much authority, conviction, power. Now, it wasn't always like this. So for people that are watching this that are newbies, right? And they want to get some lessons, like what are some of the lessons that you've learned along the way that has allowed this confident journey? Like you sent me a photo in like you at the beach in like a swimsuit. And I remember one of the things that you struggled with was going out with your friends in a swimsuit, in a bikini. Like these were things that were kind of difficult for you before. So now, like you're able to get there. Like you sent me a photo of you in a dress that you didn't think you could wear a few years ago. So like what lessons did you learn in the community, in the Dream Team Academy, with my coaching, with the check-ins that you could share with others?
Well, definitely, I've talked about the motivation and inspiration. One of the most important thing is, of course, is sticking or adhering with your workouts. Um, Exercise is non-negotiable. When you gave me 5 workouts in a week, I was like, seriously, at the back of my head, I was like, does he know that I'm a nurse? Does he know that I'm working long days and I do overtime? How would I do these 5 workouts in a week? But I was able to do it. It is non-negotiable. As much as we can, I know we live different lives. Some of us, I'm single, I don't have children. Good for me. I'm not saying that it's not it's not good for those. Sorry. All I'm saying is that all I'm saying we have different struggles. Even if I'm single, even if I don't have children, I also have my own struggle with my life and with work. It's hard enough because I can only do 2 workouts or 3 if I'm lucky before with the kind of work that I have. 3 workouts in a week, but I managed to do 5 workouts. So you have to we have to find a way how we can make it possible. And remember, Coach Pat, when I cannot go more than 3, I would message you and I say, "Oh, Coach Pat, just give me something I can do at home because I cannot really fit in gym on this part of my week. I can only do 3 or 2." So that's one. Next is well, with that we have to actualize our potential. Because like I thought I can only do 3 workouts in a week, Coach Pat. But when you gave me 5, I look at my weekends like I how can I do it? So I realized I actually can go to the gym before work, but I have to be there at 6 o'clock when the gym opens. And I don't want to do that, but exercise is non-negotiable. So I did. And I realized I can go to the gym at half 7, after half 7 when my my shift ends. And I didn't want to do that before because I'm already tired. I've been doing long day. Come on, give me a break. Why would I go to the gym? I want to go to bed after work. But I did. And that have gave me good results. It's doing something that I'm not comfortable with, but it made my body stronger. And it's such powerful for mental health as well that we know that we can do difficult things. We can say no to better things for the best things. So that's it. And exercise is non-negotiable. We have to find ways how we can actualize our potential, and definitely nutrition. Um, it's so important for me, what works is that I really didn't want to weigh what I eat, track my foods. I hated that. But when I started doing it, I did enjoy it. And it's so cool. Like you're structuring your food already. Like, oh, tomorrow I want to eat croissant. I want to eat. I'm craving for a piece of chocolate. So I can actually play around my carbs and my proteins, like problem solving. Oh, how can I get that without feeling guilty? Or how can I
Sure.
make sure that I can enjoy my food if I don't want to have rice or I want to have tortilla wrap instead? So I can, it's like your rules, you're actually in control. And I love that feeling. And I just make sure that I have enough protein in the day, good amount of protein in the day and in the night. It works for me. Whatever that is remaining, I would have it in between, because in the morning, that's when I work out. So I want to make sure I have good amount of protein. In the night when I'm about to sleep, I want to make sure that my protein is well distributed over the hours that I'm sleeping, but I make sure that I have fats as well. So it's good to be wise with how we structure our protein intake and making sure how to time our meals depending on our workout. It really works very well with me.
Mm, I love it. Um, Exercise is non-negotiable. Everyone feel that. I can see it in your workout. I remember one of the weeks, it was a bit of a tough 2 weeks that you had, and we were negotiating about how many workouts should we do for the upcoming week because we were like, okay, we don't miss workouts here.
Yes.
So we were talking about maybe we should do four, maybe we should do five, and you told me like, oh, I'm going away for a bit. I got a bit of a break. I can do more then. So let's slow down now. Like but working with you as well, like we were so on top of the check-ins. Like you never missed a check-in. And you were one of the first people that checked in with me, like out of all the people that we have. So I knew like how much it meant to you to have a plan for the upcoming week and fortnight. So and because if you have a plan and you don't follow it, you're revisiting in your mind that you're not disciplined. Whereas we knew you were always disciplined, so the plan mattered. Now, what advice do you have any for people that are thinking about joining the Dream Team Academy that are maybe skeptical about working with someone online, maybe don't really know how to track their macros, maybe they procrastinate a lot, they don't think they can do more than 2 workouts a week. What advice do you have for those people?
For those people, probably I have questions for these people. Maybe three questions like, who do you want to be? Why do you want to be that person? And how will you be that person? So, who do you want to be? As for me, I want to be someone who is healthy. I want to be someone who can actualize one's potential, be a disciplined person, and be a blessing to the people around me. But why would I want to do that? Because I really believe that life is a blessing and our body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. And I want to glorify God with my body by being a blessing to others. But how can I be a blessing to others if I'm always sick? How can I be a
Mm,
blessing to others if I don't have energy, if I'm so negative about life? So my how was to join DTA. I know I was doing well with my own, but there are times in our lives that we have to humble ourselves and tell ourselves that maybe I needed help so I can be better. That time I saw your video in Instagram, I felt like I've been um doing things on my own and trying not to get any help from anyone because I thought I'm doing well. And then I reached a plateau wherein I'm not seeing any results anymore. No matter how hard I do, I stopped hip thrusting at 120 kilograms, and I got scared because I'm scared that I'm gonna break my back, and that I was happy enough with that. I was like, oh, that's heavy enough. And my friends would tell me, that's too heavy, stop it. So I was like, okay, that's it. That's the best that I can do. But then part of my faith goal is really to be the best version of myself and to actualize my potential when it comes to my fitness. But how can I do that? That's why I joined DTA, and we have all the tools, guys. We have all the tools here. It's just us getting to that person, the right help to guide us with our faith goals. But you have to know who you want to be. Why do you want to be that person? And then the how.
I love that. That's powerful. Who do you want to be? Why do you want to be that person? And how will you do this? This is
Mhm.
this is a life lesson. I like that. Um, there's these rapid questions I have for you. I just came on top of my head. Because I think these are really big accomplishments, and I want to put you on a pedestal for today and let everyone know like some of these big numbers that we've been hitting. Because the community knows, but newbies don't. So what body fat percentage was you before you came here, and what body fat percentage are you now?
Yeah, I was just using the Samsung Galaxy app, the watch. So when I started, I think I was between 23 to 24%
Mhm.
uh, of body fats. And then I checked, I think that was a week ago when we rechecked, and it was down to 18%. Yeah.
Let's go. And how much were you hip thrusting before you came to the DTA, and what are you hip thrusting now?
So I stopped at 120 kilograms. I got scared because people are telling me it's too heavy. That's one thing. And I felt like I couldn't lift anymore um, because it felt heavy already. But then when we started the program and I was trying to be really consistent with your workouts, with the workouts that you're trying to make me do, even if it's so hard, sometimes it's like, oh, there's so many sets I have to do, there's so many reps. But when I go to the gym, I'm serious. I train. I don't just play around. It's not a playground. I'm serious with my training. I was like, don't talk to me. That's why I got really upset with that guy coming over. It's like, I'm serious here. I have my own world, but I'm serious about it and I want to do progressive overloading. And that made me do the 150 kilograms. I just get stronger and stronger. And I don't know, like sometimes I'm amazed. And even with the pull ups, come on, that's one of my greatest um, fear that because before I joined DTA, I tried it one time and I thought I'm gonna go for a rotator cuff repair or surgery. It really hurts. So, and I always say I have weak body strength. My hip, my lower body is great, but my upper body, because I don't work out, I don't do much exercises with my upper body as I'm scared to look bulky with my arms. But at the moment, I love my arms. Like people will always say, "Oh my goodness, Joanna, you have such a toned arms. What are you doing?" So I would say,
Give us a bicep flex one time.
yeah,
Yeah, let's go. That's
so yeah,
cool.
able to do that, the 150 kilograms and the pull up. I know it's not yet the perfect form, but the fact that I was able to do it, I was really shocked. I was so happy because I'm able to do things that I used to not do before, or I thought I cannot do before. And it's beautiful. I've overcome hard things.
Ah, Joe, I appreciate you. I know Joe appreciates you. I know she's been helping you with your hip thrust as well. I know all the people in the community appreciate you. I know everyone listening at home is going to feel very inspired by this. So once again, thank you for coming onto the call. Thank you for doing this interview. I'm sure it's not going to be the last time. You've already renewed for another 3 months with us, and I can't wait to crush these goals even more than we have been. So we want to say thank you.
Thank you for everyone's support as well. You are all amazing.